Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started, and off we go from Soldier Field. From his end zone, it's Byron Pringle. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Or just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Mario Edwards from his in spot able to push in there and drop him behind the line.
The best thing that ever happened to Mario Edwards Jr. in my estimation was moving from defensive end into defensive tackle.
Why is that?
I think he had such good size, but his quickness now is overwhelming when he works inside against guards and centers. Now allows him to make plays as one we just saw there, getting into the backfield and getting a tackle for the loss. On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Fields. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play, move on.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bears. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. The Lance going to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw caught by Gray. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness.
And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on the 8th. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. For left side, taken in by Kmet. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got room. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Let's go. Hey,
on 2nd down, here's Mitchell. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. He gets this to Jones over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Treston Ebner making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 35. Then he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Niners get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And look at this. For the 2nd straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up.
He finds Kittle going across the field.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Fields on 1st down.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll start by running the option to the right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
84 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
From the 45 on 2nd down.
Fields.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And firing a deep ball for Komet.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Eddie Jackson with a tackle. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown, Chicago! Cole Kmet, 38 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
But once again, it's Mitchell.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Let's go.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Lance now to throw.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4. It comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Let's take it inside his own 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Velus Jones making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Now Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about throwing to his backup.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken around the 12. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Lance looking to throw it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be.